Hello everyone. So the next problem is bookshop. We are given n different books. We know the price and the number of pages for each book. So we have at most X amount of money and we want to find out the maximum number of pages that we can buy. But the condition is we can buy each book at most once. Okay. So let's say we have book one, book two, book three, and so on. And each book has its associate price P1, P2, P3, and so on. And we are given X amount of money, and we want to maximum maximize the number of pages, total pages, in this given amount of money. The condition is each book should be at least once. Okay, so as soon as we hear there is a condition that each book is at most once, we can start thinking of an ordered way of going through the books. So, the idea is first for any amount of money, we'll see how many pages can we get if we only get book B1, then we get B2, and also considering if the amount of money left is sufficient to get some good from B1 and so on. So we'll go in an ordered pair. So let's take the test case from here. So we have 4, 10. 10 is X, total amount of money. Then we have 4, 8, 5, 3, 4, 2. These are the price. And the pages are 5, 12, 8, 1. This is the cost pages. These are the amount of pages. So we'll go in order. So let's say this is book 1, book 2, book 3, and book 4. So now let's consider the first book, book 1. Okay. So now let's say we have a total of 10 rupees. So let's calculate it for 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 3 rupee, up to 10 rupees. Now what we'll do is we'll first check that the if the given amount of money, that is 1, is greater than the cost. No. So we cannot buy this one. So we get a total of 0 pages. So 2 also 0, 3 also 0. And now when 4 comes, we can have a 5 pages. We can have 5 pages, and the amount of money left would be 0. Similarly, for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we can see that we get a maximum of 5 pages and 1 rupee remaining, 2 rupee remaining, up to 5 rupee remaining. So this is the case. Now, okay, so we are done with book 1. Now we move to book 2. And now for 1 rupee, we'll see that if we are going to get any pages from book 2, so no, the cost is 8, so we won't get any. So what we can do is either if we are not getting anything, uh, we can also consider if we are getting anything from the previous set of books. For now, the previous set of books is just B1. So there also we are getting nothing. So for up till 3 rupees we won't be getting anything. Now for 4 rupees, now for 4 rupees what we'll have is we can't buy book B2. but we can have some pages from book B1. So in that case, our maximum answer would be 5. We have still money left of rupees 4. No, sorry. Uh, the cost is the X is 4 for now. So we can have 5 pages. But this was not from B2, but we considered it from B1. Similarly, for 6, 7, it would be 5, 5, 5. But for 8, what we can have is either we take the 12 pages or we use the previous value of 8. For there we only had 5 books for 8 also. So 5. So we'll obviously choose. So the best answer for 8 is now 12. And for the next steps, for 9, uh, we'll have 12 pages from here and we have 1 rupee remaining. Now that 1 rupee, we'll check if we can buy something from the previous set. So from the previous set, we cannot buy anything. So this is 0. So it remains 12 and for 10 also it remains 12. Now considering B3, B3 comes at a price of 5. So the first 3 values will be 0 for 1, 2 and 3. Now I'll check for 4 that what will be the maximum number of pages. So from the previous case we had 5. So 5 is the maximum. This 5 came from B1. So if you are seeing the pattern that we are considering the previous set of books for the current book, for the remaining pages or like whatever amount, we are also considering the previous one. So for 5 and now for 5 rupees, what we can have is either we take up the 8 pages or or uh, we can take the previous value from the previous set. Like previously we had 5 books for rupees 5. So now we know that for 5 rupees we can get a maximum of 8 pages. Similarly for 6, 6 will have only 1 rupee remaining, nothing comes. 8, 7, nothing. 8. Okay, for now for 8 rupees we previously had 12. Okay, so either we take up the 12 or what we can do is we buy this book that is B3 and we'll have 8 pages from here and the remaining amount is the remaining amount is 3 rupees and we cannot buy anything, so the maximum will be 12. Now if you see, for each amount of value up to certain amount of B1, we are always getting the maximum value using the previous set of books. So what our idea is, we'll iterate through each book, and for each money, that in money, let's say m 1 up to m less than or equal to x, we'll calculate the maximum number of books and maximum number of pages that we can get using this amount of money up to some set of books, let's say B1, B2, B3. So this I iterator will tell up to this number of books, what is the maximum pages we get. So what we can do is, so let's take a DP of, we are iterating two books. So, and I'm using one best indexing, and so this will be the DP. Now what I'll do is either for given amount of money, let's say I am at I and given amount of money, what I can do is I can, for the same amount of money, I can take the maximum value from the previous set. because at any time each value will be maximum stored in uh, our current DP as we stored here. So similarly here, what we can do is either we pick up the maximum value before this set at the same amount of money, or if if our money uh, if our current money can let us buy the current book, that is B of I. If we can buy this book, then we'll just maximize. So DP of IM will be either the maximum of value it currently holds, that is from the previous set, not including the current set. Let's keep it I comma M. Or else, what we can do is we can buy this book. We'll get the number of pages for this book as we are using one-based indexing. Plus, now what money we have left is that's the cost of I minus 1. So this is the amount of money we are left with. And we have used the current book, so we need to check the remaining amount of money with the previous set of books. So this will be from the DP of I minus 1 because we are considering the previous set of books with the remaining cost, and we are also adding the current number of pages from the current book because we are trying to buy it. So this will tell us the maximum amount of money for each set of book for each amount of money. So finally, we are given n books and x is the total price. So our answer will be BP of n comma x because it will consider all the set and at x amount of money. Hopefully this is clear. You can watch this video twice or thrice to exactly understand that how I am using the previous set of books to get to the maximum value for the next set. Let's go through the code. We have cost and pages. I took in the input. We initialize a DP. So initially we try to get it from the previous set of books, and if the current amount of money, if it is greater than the cost of the current book, we'll try to maximize DP of IJ by buying the current book and using the left amount of money in the previous set of books. So this is how we'll get to our answer, and hopefully you understand. Thank you.